Hey, what is going on, guys? Inferno here, and today I'm going to be fighting every boss in Terraria with the first Fractal. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be fighting each boss in the game, but I'm also going to be timing it and showing how long it actually takes to defeat each boss with the first Fractal. Now, if you're wondering, how did you even get the first Fractal? Well, I have a video telling you how to get unobtainable items in Terraria, so if you want to get the first Fractal or any other unobtainable item, I will leave the link in the description to that video. So this is the build that I'm currently going to be using. I have solar armor, and these are all the accessories, just kind of your basic accessories. But the first Fractal I'm using has a legendary modifier on it, just for a bit more damage. Alright, well, I think we're ready to go ahead and start fighting our very first boss. So I think I'm just going to go in order of like difficulty of the bosses in the game, so let's just start off with King Slime. Alright, here we have King Slime. Let's set up the timer, and let's go. And boom, wow, he was killed in literally like just a few hits. I mean, yes, that does make sense. This is an endgame weapon, but it doesn't deal as much damage as the Zenith does. Or it doesn't deal as much DPS. So, I tested this in a previous video, Mythbusters video. Does the Zenith or the first Fractal deal more DPS? And it turns out the Zenith is over 3 times the amount of DPS as the first Fractal, so it's kind of surprising actually. If you haven't checked out that video already, I will leave the link to that in the description. But let's go ahead and fight the very next boss, which I think will be the Eye of Cthulhu. Alright, here we go, we have the Eye of Cthulhu, and I imagine he's gonna die instantly as well. And yep, there he goes, instantaneously dead. Now at the start of this, every single boss is just gonna die instantaneously. But I would imagine stuff like Moonlord, I feel like they're gonna take a lot longer to beat. Now, I wonder if, I feel like the first Fractal might be better than like your post-Moonlord weapons, but I guess we'll find out how good it actually is against Moonlord later on. Alright, here we have the Eater of Worlds, and okay, since I'm not in a corruption biome, he's not actually really wanting to be here, so he's just kind of running away. But I hit him one time and his health is down to half, so you can kind of see how he would just instantaneously die from this. Alright, next up we have the Brain of Cthulhu. I would imagine he'll die really fast as well. There we go. And boom, he's already gone. Now we have Queen Bee. Let's go ahead and fight her. Ooh, she's actually taking some hits now. Look at that. She didn't die instantaneously. So now I can already tell the boss has already taken quite a bit more hits to defeat. Alright, now we have Skeletron, so let's go ahead and start fighting him. Boom. Ah, that's interesting. Queen Bee actually took a lot longer to defeat than Skeletron did, so, alright. Alright, so before we go ahead and test this on the Wall of Flesh and go against hard mode enemies, could you please like and subscribe to my channel? Over 90% of people who do watch my videos are not subscribed, so I would really appreciate it. We'll also leave the link to my Discord server in the description of this video if you want to go ahead and join that. But anyways, we now have the Wall of Flesh spawned in, so let's see how fast the Wall of Flesh takes. Alright, so that wasn't too fast, but that was slower than the Skeletron took, so I guess that is to be expected. Alright, now we're gonna go up against the Queen Slime, so let's go ahead and use first Fractal. Ooh, taking quite a bit of hits here. Second form. Alright, and now, yeah, I can definitely tell that the bosses are taking way more hits than they were in the pre-hard mode enemies. So, boss fights still quit pretty fast, but not nearly as fast as they were originally. Alright, now we have the twins. I would think that they were going to put up more of a fight. Here we go. Yep, definitely taking a lot more hits to defeat, but they are already down. Not a match for the first Fractal. Let's continue onwards with the next mechanical boss, the Destroyer, and boom, wow. He just got taken out instantaneously. Alright, now we are up against the final mechanical boss, Skeletron Prime. Will he put up more of a fight compared to the twins or the Destroyer? Let's find out. Ooh, alright, he is taking quite a bit of hits here. Yes, he actually is putting up more of a fight, but he's still no match for the first Fractal. And now he is down. So as it turns out, out of all the mechanical bosses, Skeletron Prime takes the longest to defeat with the first Fractal, then the twins, and in last place the Destroyer, which is kind of in order that makes sense. Alright, now we are up against Plantera, so let's see how Plantera does in a fight against the first Fractal. And alright, she's already down to her second phase, and now she is out. Right, well, she put up kind of a bit of a fight, but I feel like Skeletron Prime lasted a bit longer, to be honest. Alright, so far I think Skeletron Prime has been the hardest one to defeat with the first Fractal, but will the Golem be able to last a bit longer than the Skeletron Prime? And it looks like he might actually last a bit longer. The Golem is taking quite a bit of hits so far, but he is already out, so I guess I'll find out after I finish creating this video who survived longer. Alright, let's go ahead and fight Duke Fishron, my favorite boss in the game, actually. Hopefully he takes up quite a bit of hits, and yes, he actually is taking quite a bit of hits here. Now, he is actually a pretty challenging boss, so it's not that much of a surprise that he's now taking a lot of hits to defeat. But I think he's turning to second form. Where'd he go? Yep, second form, here we are. He's almost down, just a little bit longer. Come on, stop. And I think one of the main things about Duke Fishron surviving this is he's going around screen all over the place, dodging all my hits. But anyways, he is now down. Didn't take too long to defeat him. But compared to most of the other bosses, he actually kind of did. Alright, let's go ahead and start a fight against the Empress of Light. Will she be able to survive for very long with the first Fractal? And yes, I think she actually is surviving quite long. She's taking quite a bit of hits here. Now she's at half health, so let's see how the rest of this fight ends up going. Not very well for the Empress of Light, but she is actually taking a lot of hits. A surprising amount, actually. I wonder how the fight against Moonlord is going to go if the Empress of Light takes this many hits. But anyways, she is now down, and that is the time to defeat her. Alright, now we have the Lunatic Cultist. I feel like he's not going to survive that long, but I could be wrong. Well, it looks like he's taking quite a bit of hits, actually. But there's still no match for the first Fractal. He's still going down already, and boom, there we go. Alright, so let's test this against Betsy. Betsy is a boss, kind of. It's in an event, but let's see how many hits Betsy takes. This one's kind of interesting to see. Alright, Betsy is taking quite a bit of hits here. I'm not sure, I can't remember. I think Betsy, you can fight Betsy after you defeat the Golem. I'm pretty sure, so for that area, she's actually taking quite a bit of hits. But anyways, Betsy's now down. Alright, time for the final boss, the Moonlord. This is the final boss in this video, so let's go ahead and see. Alright, now just from attacking one of his eyes, he's already taking a lot of hits. This is actually going to take quite a decent amount of time to defeat the Moonlord here. The first Fractal against the Moonlord, it's not that great, actually. Now, I wonder if the first Fractal is going to be better compared to, like, any post-Moonlord weapons that you use to fight him, like the Solar Eruption. I wonder if the first Fractal is a better choice than the Solar Eruption or not. But anyways, let's go ahead and I'm just going to speed up the gameplay here, and we'll see what the time is once this is over. Alright, his core is finally now open. He's almost down. A lot of this time I spent trying to defeat the Moonlord was his top eye not being open for most of the time, but finally got it down, and now he's about to be out. Alright, let's easy. Alright, boom, Moonlord is now down. That's how long it took to defeat him. Definitely took longer compared to all the other bosses in the game, but some of the other bosses did put up quite a bit of fight against the first Fractal. Now, obviously, the Zenith is going to be better than the first Fractal in, like, every single scenario than the first Fractal. But the first Fractal is still pretty cool to use, and it's not that bad of a weapon, actually. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy this video, could you please like and subscribe? I would really appreciate that. We'll also leave the link to my Discord server in the description of this video if you want to go ahead and join that. But make sure to have a good stroll through the walk, and goodbye.